us to try to get a turkey. We ordered a turkey twice. And when we went to go pick up the food, we didn't have it. So when Dream Set called us and told us he didn't want the turkey, he wanted the string beans, to make sure we add the string beans, and he wanted the chicken and some other stuff he added to the menu that I already had a long list of a menu. Plus, I'm making his macaroni and cheese separate from me and Nadine's because Dream don't like anything gluten-free. Even if you love them, sometimes people... I used to not understand that the nicer I was to my daughter, the meaner she became to me. Some people don't want your kindness. Some people don't want your love. Some people don't want you to feel any compassion for them. They want you to show anger and hate and meanness towards them because they feed off of that. I'm gonna tell y'all from the beginning, this is gonna be a short story time about this one experience, and y'all tell me because I think in my mind I just wanted it to be a possibility. Woo! Some feathers got ruffled, you know. Some people just seem to feel some type of way. Houses that I have seen, my expectations has went from high to low. Excitement has went from high to low. My disappointment has gotten higher. And it's because of the many experiences that I have been having since I've been trying to buy a house.
It's been a long day, you just wanna go away. You can't sleep at night, and now I'm here. I can't promise tomorrow, but you're gonna feel out today. We can tangle it away. Now I'm here.
In the morning, y'all, I'm up early in the morning, starting my Thanksgiving dinner. I started slow cooking my white beans last night. Y'all, when I tell you they so delicious, I got my onions and peppers in here. I'm going to put them in the oven and add everything else to it. These are going to be my baked beans. When I tell you, child, you can eat this without the rest of the ingredients. It's perfect. It's so good. All right, I'm getting my baked beans for the oven, y'all. I'm so proud of myself. These things are so good, but I feel like the way that I cooked them, to slow cook them, I'm actually going to do this for me and Nadine without baking them later on, putting them in the oven for the finish, because it's actually really good. All you need is, I believe that red rice will be perfect with this, since I'm just now starting to try out the red rice. It was delicious. I enjoyed it. This was a night, and you know what else? I cook Great Northern beans, y'all. I do about the same amount of time, put it in a crock pot and let it cook overnight. And my Great Northern still be needing another half a day to cook. These white beans cook so nicely and did not take forever. So this was a good experience. And Nadine really enjoyed the taste too. I'm getting my beans out of this pot because now I got to start my kale and collard greens. I'm going to be messing with my candy yams after this. Okay, so that's enough. So the rest of it I'm going to keep for me, Nadine, just to snack on. Because, child, you know it smells good up in here. You start snacking on the food a little bit. to get you through it. And these beans was made with some love, y'all. I'm using unsalted butter for the beans, because the beans are mostly sweet, but you still want to have a little bit of salt in there. I ran out of Himalaya salt, but usually after my beans, I use Lori seasoning. Check this out, y'all. Sugar-free Mrs. Butterworth. It's delicious. I'm using this instead of brown sugar. And I'm just going to let it bake in on the top. And I'm going to add a little bit of applewood. It's brand new because I had ran out. It's the applewood rub. Child, these beans going to be having this whole place smelling good. People going to be like, dang, somebody already cooking their Thanksgiving dinner. And they ain't going to be lying. I am on it. My kids going to be all the pieces. When I tell you these beans going to go first, I know it. Just going to put some on the top. Okay, just gonna put a little bit of Lori seasoning. Not a lot, they perfect already. All right. So now I have my crushed peppers. Crushed them. I'm gonna go ahead and just pour them in here. They smell good already. Child, they smell good. Now it's getting ready to go in the oven. I'm about to prepare my Thanksgiving rice. I'm going to use this pan. I'm using the premium organic red rice. What I'm going to be using for season is basil pesto, dry basil leaves, paprika, minced garlic, garlic powder, Italian seasoning, garlic blast, Lori seasoning, and I have some carrots, peppers, peas, and onions. And my kale is cooking. Looks so good. Slow cooking. Okay, the baked beans are done. I took the foil off to check it and taste it. It's actually delicious. It's smoking hot. Look at that. I tell you, these taste better than any baked things I ever tasted in my life. Period. Period. Okay, so now I'm using the Impossible ground. I cut a chunk out of it. And I am frying up some ground. Not really seasoning it because I'm getting ready to season the pan that I'm going to put it in. I'm making my stuffing for the holidays. And I'm going to be using a stovetop stuffing. And it doesn't take long, just a few minutes for that to brown. And it does really good. It tastes really good too. You know how people put sausages in their stuffing? I'm just going to put ground in mine. Okay, I'm about to cook my stuffing. I'm using stovetop turkey. This is butterworth sugar-free syrup, chives, ground cumin, pepper, Lori seasoning, garlic blast, olive oil, chicken bone broth. That's what I'm using. Supposed to be like a chicken flavor bone broth. Yeah, I want to use this like bone broth on the holidays. So, yeah, the ground beef is ready. Let's do this. So I added the ground beef that I fried up earlier. And I'm just stirring it around. Organic chives. Perfect. Perfect. You know what it's missing? Garlic. Cumin. Now it's ready for the oven. I'm making meatloaf nets. I'm going to be using the turkey stuffing, black pepper, Lori seasoning, Italian seasoning, basils, some bell pepper, and these beautiful scallion onions. Add 2 eggs. And then it'll be ready for the oven. After I add the 2 eggs, I'm going to make instead of tomato paste for the top, I'm going to make a pepper. I'm going to make a pepper paste for the top of the meatloaf. stuffing is ready. Good. There go the rice. car for a minute and enjoy some of the fresh air. I'm so glad to be out of the house for just a little bit. Yeah, I started cooking yesterday, 7 in the morning, and I didn't finish till almost 5. And I cleaned up my bathroom, my kitchen, and my dining room. I didn't get to my closet, my bedroom, and I cleaned up half of the living room. And Nadine already started vacuuming some of the house. Oh, child. I went to bed last night exhausted. The kitchen and the cleaning wore me out. So this is what I did. I cooked my Thanksgiving dinner so that I could eat with y'all. And then today I'm going home to finish cooking so I can cook Dream's Thanksgiving dinner. It's so crazy because Dream said he didn't want a turkey this year. He said he just wanted a chicken. It was hard for us to try to get a turkey. We ordered a turkey twice. And when we went to go pick up the food, we didn't have it. So when Dream called us and told us he didn't want the turkey, he wanted the string beans, make sure we add the string beans, and he wanted the chicken and some other stuff he added to the menu that I already had a long list of a menu. Plus, I'm making his macaroni and cheese separate from me and Nadine's because Dream don't like anything gluten-free. Surprisingly, he's starting to go a little sugar-free. Like, he still eats sugar, but he's starting to choose, like, sugar-free drinks. It's a start. He's not adopting too much of what me and Nadine does. So I have to cook his food separate. Me and Nadine's going to cook the cakes and the pies. Sorry, y'all. I think I'm still exhausted because I had to get up so early this morning because Nadine had to take care of something so early in the morning, so I'm sitting here waiting on her. But when we get home, we're not going to do a whole lot of stops today. We're probably going to we're just probably going to check on something, make one stop. I don't know. You know what? No, I'm going to go back home because I got too much to do. I'm going to go home and go straight into cooking because I definitely don't need to make no stop because we're having our Thanksgiving dinner tonight. Tonight we're having Thanksgiving dinner. So I have to make sure everything is completely done. And that way we don't have to eat really, really late. So, yeah, I'm going to go straight home. I'm not going to start making no stops. Because I start making stops, time flies. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful comments that y'all had left on so many videos. But the main video that I love the comments on, I believe it was maybe 2 videos. Because I talked about it, trying to buy a house in one of the ASMR videos. I was eating dinner. And also I did the vlog. And I don't remember if it was vlog 87 where I said the apartments, my apartment or your apartment may be better than buying a house. Now, I'm not saying that for all houses, but for the houses that I have seen, my expectations has went from high to low. My excitement has went from high to low. My disappointment has gotten higher. And it's because of the many experiences that I have been having since I've been trying to buy a house. Woo! I don't even know if I'm going to debt with that right now. I don't know. I don't know if I even want to really talk about it. Some feathers got ruffled. You know, some people just seem to, I don't know. It's just feel some type of way. But I'm just talking about my experience and what I've been trying to do and what I've been running into. You know, I can't talk about something I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? I only could tell you what I experienced. And then a lot of my spirit lights, oh my God, thank y'all for the tips. Y'all, like if y'all haven't seen the vlog, you don't have to watch the vlog. Go read the comments. The comments that people have left have left some good information. They have left some good tips. And when I get a chance, that's what I probably do. I'm gonna go read the comments to y'all. Just in case you just want to hear me read it, I'll read it for you. Because the comments are so informative and so good. They left so many good stuff. Yeah, why didn't I know that? I didn't even know that. I've been house hunting, I think, for the last 3 years. I'll look and give up, look and give up. But for this particular time, I talked to my son, and he kind of, was like, Mom, you got to keep trying, look for a house, and I was thinking like, okay, let me try again. So me and Nadine decided that we'll try again, and maybe this time we're gonna have a whole lot more luck. We went house hunting again. I had one good experience, but at the same time, I couldn't see myself going towards the next steps of what the person said. With that good experience, I'm gonna tell you what she said. She said, I need $1,000 cash, I need your approval letter, and I need your ID. And that's it. She answered a lot of questions, but then she stumbled on some questions. The good experience was the first part. Well, you know what? No, it wasn't even the first part. I'm gonna tell y'all from the beginning. This is gonna be a short story time about this one experience, and y'all tell me, because I think in my mind, I just wanted it to be a possibility that there is a house in mind that maybe I could live in, that I could see me and the kids in, or I could see me living in it later on by myself and just, taking on my grandkids. I'm talking about Nadine, and I'm talking about my son Dream, my grandkids with them. Saying it, I'm just, because I have to be real with y'all. I don't want to put no hopes in y'all head that y'all will see me up here and saying, oh my God, y'all, I got my grandkids are with me. No, y'all probably would never, ever, ever see me with my grandkids ever again, not while they children. If you happen to see me with my grandchildren again, child, I'll probably be dirt old and they'll be dirt grown, like old, okay? Because I don't really see myself, I don't foresee me ever seeing my grandchildren as young people ever again. That's where I am as far as with my oldest daughter. So I don't have that hope in my mind. I don't think about it anymore. As far as like, I used to cry about it. I think Nadine, I ain't gonna say I think she does. When she think about our baby Yu, my grandbaby, her niece, it brings tears to her eyes of how she was removed from our life and how we didn't get to see, how the second one started to, progress or grow up through life. It's just like the things that has happened as far as the grandkids has been heartbreaking. It has been very, very heartbreaking, and it's been something that we've been grieving. And I think that I'm shocked that I'm moving forward, and Nadine has moved forward too. But we try not to. Once a month we think about we think about my grandbaby and Nadine's niece, the oldest one. We think about her because that was the one that lived with us, and she wanted to be back with her mom. She wanted to live with her mom. She missed her mom. She wanted to be a part of whatever her mom had going on. So once she went home with her mom, I was talking to her every single day on the phone. I had her phone number, she had mine. Soon as she got out of school, I was on the phone with her until she walked all the way home. I stayed on the phone with her. And I thought that I would be in communication with her for the rest of my life. I really did. But that communication has ended. And it ended on my daughter's choice. Those are her children. I love my grandbaby. I love my daughter. But at this point, I realized that you can't make someone care and love and respect you and be considerate towards you and know that you, even if you love them, sometimes people, I used to not understand that the nicer I was to my daughter, the meaner she became to me. Some people don't want your kindness. Some people don't want your love. Some people don't want you to feel any compassion for them. They want you to show anger and hate and meanness towards them because they feed off of that, and they're able to get attention from that, from other people, and they're able to diminish your character because you gave their ego exactly what they wanted. And see, I can't do that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I only got love for you, period. That's it. If I can't show you, give you, uplift you, and only thing you need from me is negativity, then okay, I get it. I'm not going to contribute to that. I only contribute to positivity. So it took me a while to move past that, but I did. And now when I think about my grandkids, I think about grandkids for the future, you know. So if they didn't have children, if they dream have children, they both talk about that they do want children. Don't, you know, rather they have children or don't. I'm supposed to be in the family home so that if they get married, they go off, you know, or decide they want to come home for the holidays or visit for the holidays, because I cook every holiday, we spend every holiday together, you know. So that's, I think that's important for Nadine and Dream, for me to have the family home. So that's why I started looking for the house again. But it's been an experience, child. It's been an experience. So let me get into the beginning of this one particular experience, okay? We had an appointment. We had just came from seeing a couple of houses, and we wasn't keen on them. It was like the outside was so beautiful, but the inside, there was just some deal breakers that we just didn't like. Like, we didn't like the bathroom, we didn't like the kitchen, we didn't like the bedroom. Everything was just, the outside was nice, but the inside just was like, with one of the appointments, the house wasn't done. It was people working on it, but it wasn't a done material. And he took us to go see the house, and the house wasn't done. So we had to try to picture what it would look like when it's done. And also, like, inside the house, it has all the floors and the walls, but they still working on putting up some walls, putting up doors, putting up windows. They haven't started the painting yet. So it was like very in constructional stage. But he was saying that the house is available now. Like, it's not going to be here in a month or two because somebody's going to buy it, you know, while it's in constructional stage. Although me and Nadine did agree that we could tell that the house is going to be pretty when it was finished, but the person did not want to talk about the finished product. All he wanted to talk about was them being able to get the money for the house now, you know. So it's just not something that we didn't feel good about that at all, because like, and the house was, this particular house was $398. That's a $400,000 house, plus you got a whole lot of other stuff, other fees that come with that, and you can't see the finished product. And the only thing he gave us was like a layout of it. So it was like, no. Let's look around. Let's go to another area that we think that we might like to live in and see finished houses. So it had a sign that said houses to buy. So we went driving through the neighborhood, and we was like, okay, it's not too bad. The neighborhood, the house is not too close. They not two on top of each other. It looked kind of like rural a little bit. The house was all brick. It was beautiful on the outside. So it had a number on the in the area of the house. And matter of fact, the number was in front of a house that said for sale. It said for sale. Okay, calls the number. A young lady answered the phone, and she was like, da 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 da, how can I help you? And I said, well, we in front of a house in a neighborhood where it said that houses were for sale, and it has the same number as the sign out before you come into the community. And we're in front of this one house that has the sign that says for sale, houses available now. And it's beautiful, it's all brick. On the sign it said 4-bedroom, and we would like to make an appointment to see it. And the young lady said, that house is under contract. So I'm like, okay, what do you mean? That's one of the first things that I learned that day. When they say a house is under contract, and I never heard nobody tell me that before. She said that a house under contract, meaning that that person has was already pre-approved. They already applied for the house. They're just waiting for the loan to come through. She said that maybe you could call back and make a higher offer than what the house is under contract for. Then I can take your information. So I said, oh, okay. I said, okay, well, the sign in the community, at the beginning of the community, said houses for sale. Is there another house on a different street that I can go see specifically that's available now and not under contract? And she says, well, we do have another house like that, and if you want to see the inside, you can come to this particular city. Child, she told me to come all the way to Magnolia, Texas, to see the model of the house. And I asked her, I said, so you don't have a house here in Houston that I can look at? She said, I do, but they're not completely ready yet. But you can come see the model house. And if you like the model house, then I can give you the address for the Houston one and the layout on it, and we can talk from there. So I'm interested. I'm really interested in this house. Me and Nadine start smiling. We like, okay, we got to go out of town to go see it. We'll go see it. So we made an appointment with her to go see the house. Like I was telling y'all the other day, I had an appointment to go see the house. She gave us the address to the model house. She said that the house was completely done. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous, and it's not for sale yet. It has not been bought yet, but it's the exact model of the house that's not completely finished in Houston. So we was excited about it. We couldn't wait to see the house. And she even said that even the angles of the house, the directions of the house, you know, like you could have the same model house, but depending on which side of the street or the corner of the street, the angles of the house may be different. She said everything was exactly the same. So we kept our appointment, could not wait to get out of there. We could get over there. It took us about a good, I would say 50 minutes to get there. Child, we was just driving. I was like, thank goodness that our appointment was during the day, because it was like kind of creepy, weirded out in some of the places that we had to drive through. It had no lights out there. You know what I mean? I don't like to be up in cities that I don't normally visit and they don't have no lights, especially, you know, with our times. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, we get out there, we go to the model house, and we see it. And she said she'll be right there waiting for us, right? We get to the house, yeah, it was beautiful. I should have filmed it, but I didn't film it. I don't know why I didn't film the house. Oh, I do know why I didn't film the house, because, you know, just in case I liked the house and I was getting the exact house like that, I didn't want nobody to know exactly what my house looked like for safety reasons. So I guess that's why I didn't film it. We was like, oh, this is beautiful. It was 2-story. It was all brick. It was gorgeous. That's just like the house we saw. So she wasn't lying. There was a house exactly like the house that was for sale that we were looking at. And so it's like, oh, this is going to be good. It's going to be good. We get out the car, we go to the house, the door's locked, nobody's in there. We get back in the car, we call her, and we say, hey, we made an appointment with you, we here at the house. Oh. And Nadine was like, we're at the model house? Oh, okay, well, if you drive straight down, make a left, make a U-turn, and park in front of these 2 cars, you could come inside. And Nadine looking like, well, is that where you at? She said, yes. So Nadine said, oh, well, maybe we got to go there first and show our IDs before they let us see the house or something. So we do that. We get there. And Nadine said, okay, Mom, you going to wait in the car or you going to come in? I said, I'm going to wait in the car. There ain't no point in us going in if you're just showing your ID and she's going to take us right to the house. You know, I'll wait. Nadine comes back out. She was like, it took Nadine about 5 minutes to come back out. And she was like, okay, she said she's going to drive us to the house that's supposed to be the one for sale. Now, I'm going to tell y'all how much the house was. When we first called for the sale, we first called her. She said the house that we were looking at, the model house that we're going to see, and the house that is not completely finished yet was $290,000. And I was thinking, okay, 290. Okay, this is real nice. This is nice for 290 because I don't see houses $400,000 or $500,000 that didn't look as good as this house, you know. So I'm excited. And she says, well, she said follow her. So we follows her. We go around the corner. We park, and I'm looking for the house. And I see, y'all, it's a whole entire block of houses that nobody living yet that has been built, and they got all the workers kind of working on like the floor, the cabinets, you know, the finishing touch. So I'm like, you know, looking at the houses, but the first thing I peeped was none of the houses were like second floor. Across the street, we had maybe 1 or 2 houses that were like 2-story, but everything was 1 story, like a ranch, which is no problem, you know, but it wasn't the house that we talked to her about. When we got out the car, I said, Nadine, this don't look like the house. Nadine said, I don't know, but she went right in the house. Like, she didn't wait for us to get out the car or anything. So I said, well, I guess let's go in there and talk to her. Maybe she's going to talk to us about the house, and maybe she's just showing us that this is maybe one of the houses that could be a 4-bedroom like the house we want, but it's going to be a 1-story. So we goes inside. I noticed that she stands like in the corner. Usually people kind of greet you. They say hello. This is such and such, this go here, this the bathroom, follow me, let me tell you about this area. She didn't do any of that. She kind of stand in the corner, and I said, hi. She said, hi. She said, my name is such and such. I said, okay. She says, I just want y'all to take a look at the house, and then we'll talk. So me and Nadine kind of like, okay. So we started walking. And the first thing we saw was the bathroom. And Nadine said, what you think about that? I said, basic. It's too, I don't like the bathroom. It's too basic. So we went to go see 2 of the bedrooms. I said, okay, this must be a study. And this must be an office. So she's like, no, those are bedrooms. And I was like, they're really small. She says, well, they're big enough to put a full size in and a nightstand. Nadine was like, but I have a queen. Well, we have 2 more bedrooms that you didn't see. So I'm looking at the bedrooms like, oh God, they're really small. So, okay, so we look at the kitchen, gorgeous. The kitchen was gorgeous. The living room was gorgeous. The front door walking in was beautiful. Then we went to go see the 2 bedrooms. And it looked like, to me, they took a master room and cut it down size and then added a bathroom to the second size. When I went to the master room, she said, king size could fit in there with a chest and a nightstand. If you go queen, you can get maybe a little bit more in there. It was really small. Like, there was, and I was saying, well, if you go king, you ain't gonna have no walking room at all, but straight to the bathroom. And the bathroom, there was no walking to the bathroom. It was just like the bathroom right there on top of your bedroom, like that, like close to wherever your bed gonna be, you know. So I looked at the bathroom, had a garden tub, but the bathroom was really small, like an average bathroom. So Nadine went to go look at the other room, The other room, she said that the biggest bed you can get in there was a queen and just a nightstand. So Nadine was like, I have a desk, I have a dresser mirror, I have a makeup table, I have a chair. She was like, no, you won't be able to get all that in there. And then we start looking at the walk-in closet, and that was it. You just walk in. There was no, you walk in and you could, everything was hand reached. Where you hang up your clothes, where you put stuff on the shelf, there was no walking around in the closet. And where in my closet that I have now, I have a whole seat in the closet. I have room for my mannequins. I have room for all my clothes. I still got walking space. I could put a whole twin bed inside my closet and lay it on the floor if there's a tornado or a storm or something coming. You know what I'm saying? So my walk-in closet that I have in my apartment is definitely a walk-in closet. So then Nadine was like, what you think? I said, we would have to probably get a shed or something outside because we barely have, there was no, you know, when you go in a bathroom, especially a master bathroom, you're going to have like a cupboard, like a closet for your towels and stuff like that. It literally only had 2 cabinets at the bottom and a mirror. And I was just like, the kitchen had, y'all ever seen a coat closet that's real small? You put like maybe about 4 or 5 coats in. The kitchen cupboard was like a small coat closet with shelves to put whatever food or pots and pans you're going to put in there, and that was it. And I was like, is there another cupboard or something go to the kitchen? She's like, no. I'm just like, I'm looking, I'm like, this look like, and I told the lady, I said, this look more of like, I would say the low end of like a low cost apartment. That's what I would say. And she said, well, this house is running $290. And in my mind, I was trying to say where. Like, So Nadine said, well, the kitchen and the living room is nice, but it has no closets, has no cupboards, has no cabinets. Like, the cabinets were nice in the kitchen, but there was like no, you know, when you cook and when you got a kitchen, you need space, you know, as far as like closet, cabinets, stuff like that to put your stuff, but the counters were nice. So Nadine was like, okay, so she said, what about the house that we called you about? This house right here is going to be the type of house that you would be purchasing in Houston. And Nadine said, well, what was the house that we pulled up to that looked exactly like the house that we called you about and that you're supposed to show us? Oh, that's our inventory house. And I said, so you don't have no more houses that look like that? No, we only got one house left, and the only house we have left is going to be the one in Houston, the one that you want to purchase. I said, no, wait. That's the one that I want to purchase look like your quote-unquote inventory house. Not this house. This house is not all brick. It was only brick in the front and brick maybe on the side and one room. You know, like a, I don't know. It just wasn't brick at all. It was like just the brick of the front. Everything else was like panel. And she was like, well, we stopped bricking all the houses because it slowed up production time. So Nathan said, can we get a house all brick? And she was like, no, I don't think so. I think after you buy the house, and if you want all brick, you would have to upgrade it yourself. So Nathan was like, okay. And I said, so there's no way possible that we could see the house that we drove all the way out here to see. No, I only have one house. I only can show you a model of the house that you're going to be purchasing. So me and Nadine looking like, she said, all you need is $1,000 in cash, your approval, a copy of your approval from who you're going to be getting your loan from, and your ID. And I can start all the paperwork then. And Nadine said, okay, so basically you're saying if we want this house is the one in Houston, and if we wanted it, what is the time frame that we will be able to move in? I can't give you a specific time frame, but it'll be in March. So Nadine said, can we go see it now? Can we have the address to go see the house? And she was like, I can give you an address, but it don't exist. It don't exist? What are you talking about? She says, well, the house haven't been started being built yet. You said that it wasn't completely finished earlier. Now the house don't exist. So then Nadine said, well, let me ask you about the lights, you know, the lighting. Let me ask you about the installation. And she's like, well, the installation, we only do it in the attic, and you do another installation for the other parts of the house. But it's efficient because it has a gas stove. So Nadine was like, well, do you have a house with electric stove? No. Only gas stoves. We started asking her about the installation again, and she started getting frigidity and seemed like she didn't want to talk about it. So then Nadine said, well, let me ask you about the weather, the storm, the pipes in the house in Houston. She's like, I can't answer you anything like that because the house don't exist, and it didn't exist during no storm, no weather, no cold. So Nadine was like, okay, so you don't know if we're going to have to worry about the pipes or things like that? She's like, the house don't exist, so I really can't tell you anything about that. And I said to her, I said, you keep saying the house don't exist. You said you were going to give us an address to go see the house. She said, you could go see it, but it's not there yet. I said, so you want $1,000 from our LD and our approval loan for a house that don't exist? Yes, because you need to buy it now, because it's not going to be there in a month or two. And someone else is going to have it, and someone else have it. We can't sell your house. So Nadine says, so out of all the houses, like all these houses, Nadine says, look like it's at least maybe 30 houses down here, like that's built and brand new. Nobody's living in it. And you saying you don't have no other houses. No houses for sale. She said, no, this is the only one I have for sale, and it's the one that I'm going to be selling you. So we told her, okay. She said, but I got good news that if you want to change your lender and go with our lender,